Shalom Lecha, or Hello All. Today marks the third day of the most iconic Jewish celebration, Hanukkah. What does Hanukkah mean? Where did this holiday come from? How has it evolved? And how is it celebrated today? Find the answers to these questions and more in my history of Hanukkah. Please note that this video was made with no relation to current events, just as an objective educational aid to a seasonal celebration. Enjoy! To begin, let's set the scene. Where the modern-day city of Jerusalem now sits, sat the holiest site to the Jewish faith 2,600 years ago, around 600 BCE. This, of course, was the Second Temple. The Jews at the time lived under two of their own states, called the Kingdoms of Judea and Israel. Judea in the south contained Jerusalem. However, the Persian Empire would conquer them both by the mid-6th century BCE under Cyrus the Great. Back to Jerusalem, the temple, rebuilt under the support granted by King Darius I of Persia around 516 BCE. It was this landmark which was said to have contained the legendary Ark of the Covenant, insert Harrison Ford reference here. Only the highest priests in the entire religion could enter the central sanctum of the temple, where the ark was located. Skipping forward 3.5 centuries or so, disaster struck. Around the current date in 168 BCE, Jerusalem was invaded by the Seleucid Empire. It was a runt remainder of Alexander the Great's Macedonian Empire, and it was ruled by one of his former generals, Seleucus I Nicator, in 312 BCE. The Seleucids absorbed a generous chunk of the fallen Persian Empire's territory. By 168 BCE, Seleucid king Antiochus IV Epiphanes decided to send his forces into the capital of the rebellious Jewish region of Judea, Jerusalem. Once there, a clash erupted. A group of highly influential priests in Jerusalem, known as the Maccabees, decided to take action. Under the command of Mattathias and his son Judas Maccabeus, the Maccabees, or Hasmoneans, revolted against the approaching Seleucids in 167 BCE. For desecrating the Second Temple by putting Zeus inside there and trying to Hellenize the Jews, many joined the struggle against the Seleucids led by the Maccabees. 3 years later, in 164 BCE, the Maccabean underdogs had prevailed. With this, Judas Maccabeus restored the temple and began an attempt at de-Hellenifying the kingdom. This revolt, the first in Jewish history, is now commemorated in the Festival of Lights, Hanukkah. Hanukkah would be celebrated in the region by Jews for the next 2 millennia with occasional interruptions until a hideous one called the Holocaust, or Shoah in Hebrew, meaning calamity, hit in 1941 and lasted until 1945. This created a mass fleeing of Jews from what's now the state of Israel, thus birthing the modern Jewish diaspora. As Jews immigrated just about every corner of the world, so did Hanukkah. Knowledge of this festivity would reach the broader public conscience by the end of the century. Now, let's cover some of the main traditions of the holiday. What is a menorah? Meaning lamp in Hebrew, it counts the 8 nights of Hanukkah, using a 9th candle in the center to light the rest. This light symbolizes the creation of the world. Dreidels are used by Jewish children to celebrate the miraculous revolt all those centuries ago. 4 Hebrew letters, Nun, Gimel, Chai, and Shin, acronymize the phrase Neskado Chaya Shim, or a great miracle happened there. And with that, that was a brief overlook into the origins of Hanukkah and how it is celebrated all around the world today. Chag sameach, happy Hanukkah. Thanks for watching.